Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. This is Petrus Maponya and from Tasman Mathezonairpodcast studio, and then we are here today on Saturday evening at State Theatre. So we do have as a visitor from Soweto Tv. Hello, Mister. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks for yourself, bro.
I'm okay, thank you. And then you're speaking to Petrus, and then who am I speaking to?
My name is Katlego Seelele. I'm a sports presenter and sports reporter at Soweto TV.
Okay, nice to have you here in Tasman Mathezonairpodcast studio. And then today, hopefully, we are going to hear more about Soweto TV and yourself as a sports presenter.
Yeah.
Actually, why actually you are here for State Theatre? What do you do here in State Theatre?
Well, today we are invited by the host of this prestigious, beautiful show that is happening today. I mean, like, when we hear about the announcing of the Beautylicious, that's what they said, Beautylicious. You know, they are telling the chubby chicks or the women who've got bodies to say, hey, don't be ashamed of who you are.
Yes.
Let's host such events like this so that we can make you to be comfortable on your body. You know, you mustn't let people body shame you. So this is why we're here today. We also thought this is a great idea to host such an event like this. Let's allow people to also, feel comfortable within their bodies.
Okay, it's a very beautiful thing that you actually have it like that. So I can see each and everyone is taking photos, and you also have your equipment here. I don't really understand if ever this equipment you do here. You're waiting for the show to end so that you can start taking photos and everything. And after that, photos, if you are here for photos. And then what are you doing with those photos?
So like we're taking videos as we are Soweto TV, obviously. So my colleague has been inside there to capture all the movements that are happening there, and also to take the videos of the people, performing. And so after that, we're going to package it to make it one video. He's gonna voice it. He's gonna also be able to say we're in Pretoria and this is what we did. So normally we go to the field as we are currently right now in the field. We source that we also interview people that are here, people that invited us to say, hey, tell us more about the event that you hosted. Why hosting this? So after that, we package it. We make it in less than 2 minutes so that people can really know what was happening. And the videos that we took there, we are going to also play it on our TV so that people can actually see that this is very important for people to host events like this. Let us not body shame ourselves.
Okay, and then which channel is actually Soweto TV is playing so that people can also be able to reach it when they want to look for anything that you have doing on Soweto TV?
For sure. Soweto TV it's a television, community television that has developed a lot of people that now you are seeing them on television. I mean, the station has more than 20 years, and the great talent that you see on television, being SABC, being Newsroom, being ENCA, being even on the channels that Moja Love, 161, those are the great talents that Soweto TV developed. So going back to your questions, Soweto TV is on DSTV channel 251. That's where we are. If you want to take your remote and look out for it, we are on channel 251. But stories like this, they normally appear on our news channel. So our news time gets inside 1 o'clock midday. We have 3 news editions. It's midday news, there's evening news, there's afternoon news, there's evening news. So the midday news starts at 1 o'clock until 1:30. The afternoon news starts from 6:30 until 7 o'clock. The evening news starts from 7:30 until 8 o'clock. So we have the whole news and the sports bulletins as well.
So another question is that, Mr. I need to understand how many programs does Soweto TV runs, and then if ever a new talent needs to establish their talent and everything, where and can they find you so that they can actually present their talents and also to find a better place for marketing and everything? So where do they find you, and then how many programs do they actually run?
Because I'm just an employee, normally there are those people that wouldn't be on behalf of them to explain furthermore. There are people who they can give you the relevant answers that you want. But what I can tell you is that Soweto TV is a channel that also believes in talent, and they also believes in the great content, because obviously we focus more on the community, but within the community as well, we want to tell the story. We want to tell the story that people would feel like this is what is a great content. So we have different platforms. Facebook, we are Soweto TV. Instagram, we are Soweto TV. What is it? X, we have it's Soweto TV. So we also have our own hotline numbers. So I'll give it to you when we're done with our podcast. But within those social platforms that I give it to you, there are emails there are numbers there are a lot of content that you can get in touch with these people. Obviously, you need to also go to their offices to go there and come up with all your programs and everything that you have, so that you can put in the table and explain to them and show them, so that they can have an interest to say, you know what you came up with here is a great content. We like to work with you. But obviously, you need to go and knock at the door. That's what I can tell you.
Okay, now focusing on yourself, how did you actually find this kind of sport presenting?
Well, my journey started in 2018 back in Northern Cape. I'm actually from the West, but I worked in a radio community station in Northern Cape. I was also into sports, but also doing presenting a show. I was also part of sports. I was doing I was general. So 2 years ago, I got an opportunity to come and further my studies in Johannesburg. That's when I fell in love even more. And then last year, it was an audition where I was studying in Joburg. And Lucien said, we are looking for a sports presenter who can come and be a sports presenter. So luckily enough, I was there and I was always ready, because this didn't start 2 years ago or 1 year ago. It is a journey that started way back, more than 5 years. So it continued to be like that. And in our industry, anything that comes, make sure that you're ready for that. Our industry, anything that comes on your way, take that stick and run with it. So it just came like that.
So after this, I just need to understand, because you have just mentioned that you went to the radio presenting even before you can further after studies. So after realizing that you are a man with a very huge talent, so did you actually went straight for the course that is actually has to do with the talent that you do have, and realize that this is actually my field and this is what I did actually need to do? So I need to understand, after realizing this talent and going back to the sports presenting, is there any other thing that you can do besides radio presenting?
Absolutely. There are a lot of things that you can do. You can be a radio presenter. You can be an MC. You can have your own business. You can be the brand on your own. Obviously, when you are into media, you're a brand on your own. So I bumped into radio coincidentally, because I never thought I'd be in the media space. But then, the time when I joined radio, I was actually studying information technology, IT. But then when I joined radio, and my colleagues as well, they're saying, you know what, we like how you joined your journey, because you started as someone who was just learning. Because I'm one person who's willing to learn. Everything when I wake up in the morning is like, I deal with my craft, I deal with my skills. So my skills helps me to be better. In a year, I look at myself to say, how did I sound when the year started, and how do I sound right now? On a daily basis, you keep on dealing with your craft, your skills become better. So when the journey started, I was studying IT. Then I realized that, you know what, this is what I love, and this is what I actually enjoy. And then the following year, I changed the course. That's when now I started to work to study communication science. And I've been studying it right now. This is my final year. And I'm so happy because I'm into this, and the industry is so well. And I'm enjoying it. I love it. That's why anywhere you send me, I'm willing to go there, because I'm willing to meet new people, and I love it.
It seems like you do really love talking, because you have a lot of information. So about this champions of our World Cup of Rugby Springboks, they actually did a very big, they have actually played a very big role for South Africa, because it is their fourth victory that we do celebrate now. What can you say about this fourth victory that we do celebrate now?
It's an absolutely incredible achievement for South Africa, and the boys who went to participate in this World Cup, it was experience that was there. And you know, I loved when I heard one of the commentators say that in the lineup of the final, the 10 players who started the game, they also played at Japan against England. So you could see that it was the whole squad was a lot of experience. They knew how to play under pressure. They knew how to play as champions. They knew how to win a trophy. So for them, we knew that there were going to be challenges through qualifying to the next round. There are always the challenges, but the experience that was there, and the unity with the players, and them listening to the coaches, they knew that they wanted to bring it back and they wanted to make history. So for them, I was so happy and I was looking forward. I actually knew that they were going to defend this title and even come back with it. 100% I believe so.
So, but then this is an exciting conversation. What do you think about the Proteas cricket? Because we are actually also, those Proteas, they are actually now playing their games with a very big hard times, and also they need to put much more focus on winning World Cup because of it is kind of a competition. But what is your view on that Proteas teams about the final?
Tomorrow they will be playing against England. That will be their biggest test to say how strong are you. And it will be their last game of the group stages. After that, remember, cricket or World Cup doesn't have a so immediately after you come out of the group stages, they immediately go to the semi-final before final.
So don't you think that gives a very huge time for them, and also giving them this hard time of training very hard to reach to the final? The Boks actually have already made their part and they know that they have the trophy on their hands. What about them?
In all games that they played, they lost against that game for them to lose, they had to be. But so far, so good, they've been doing very well. They defeated the teams that we know they were. So that they defeated Pakistan. It shows that the Proteas also giving themselves. They went there with the spirit that they want to have the trophy. Remember, they haven't won any World Cup. So now this is their chance. In the form that they have right now, it's in their hands to say, guys, do you want to win this or do you want to lose it? Because of their history in the World Cup, it has totally never been great. But now this is up to their hands. And with the Springboks winning the World Cup, they don't have to put themselves into pressure, but they have to take that as a motivation to say, if the Boks did it, we also can do it.
No, I think for the message that you actually have elaborated about the Proteas and compared to Springboks, as Springboks do have their trophies on, don't you think that will also make South Africans very extra happy and also even making themselves to lose their original self through the trophies that we do now?
Absolutely. That will be the greatest year for South Africa. We hosted the World Cup netball this year. Banyana went to play for World Cup. The Springboks went to play the defended their champions. Now it's the Proteas that we are looking to. Also preparing right now. Today, the AFCON trophy. I just came back from the story in Johannesburg where it's on the top. So it just came to South Africa. For us when they already qualified to play at AFCON next year. So we can see that right now the spirit in South Africa is that sports, it's big and we need to win trophies. So and this the victory of the Springboks and how we hosted the World Cups this year and how we saw Banyana going to play and also qualifying for the next system. It was the biggest motivation for us. So we need to also have the spirit and continue to do well in the
So what can you say to the people or someone else who want to end up being in sport, who is good in cricket or maybe rugby or rather maybe playing soccer? What can you say to those people from home, those who want to end up like being police?
Nothing is easy in life. The journey, it can have ups and downs. But if you love what you do and do what you love, I believe that you can continue and become patient for it. Be patient, because sometimes it can take you even 5 years to 10 years without getting what you want exactly. But if you keep on going, you keep on networking with people that are in there, and they always see your face, and you always humble yourself and you do your part, I think you can do it. Even yourself as a player, keep on working hard. You don't know who's gonna look at you one day, or you don't know how you improve. So you keep on practicing, give yourself more time to practice, so that you can be better than last year, or better than 5 years ago. So passion and making sure that you really respect your craft, that's what can take anyone forward in the next stage.
Okay, now looking forward into your career, what is it that is actually bringing you home, and also feeling like after this radio station I will go and achieve that like I actually achieved the radio station?
The people the motivators, they always say you have to have your board. And the board that you really write all your dreams, all what you're trying to achieve. So as a person, you have to have write all the dreams down, and make sure that even the simple thing on a day, or a normal people, just like something that you want to achieve. Those smaller things, they end up to be a bigger thing to you. So I have that dream to say, what is it that I want to do next year? Write it down and make sure by a certain month I achieve that.
Okay, thank you very much for listening and watching our show from Tasman Matez Studio. And then I do have our guest here today, and then Mr. We thank you for your time and everything that you have shared with us. Hopefully you will reach everything. Thank you.